Soldiers, welcome to the forge. You'll be making one of these.
That's a V-42 stiletto, a dagger specifically designed for the Army commandos of the 1st Special Services Force for use during close quarters combat during World War II.
You have 10 series steel to use to forge these blades. Good luck. Your 3 hour starts now.
Making this dagger today is actually a very, very difficult thing to do because it's a quad hollow grind. Quad hollow grind is where you have actually 4 surfaces that have to be ground, and they all have to match. And to get everything symmetrical and everything straight is a very difficult task.
My game plan right off the top is squashing that 1x1 piece of steel down. The power hammer is taken. When stuff happened in the Army, you gotta act and not react.
All right, another option, straight to the press.
Even though I can't get on the power hammer in the meantime, and making that material move for me.
So I'm trying to get everything as flat as I can so I can go ahead and get a point on it to make sure that it's nice and thin, just like the blade. We're all having fun. We're brothers in arms. There's nothing like it.
Once I have my point up too far, I take it to do a thermal cycle.
I think 2 cycles should be enough.
The reason why you do thermal cycles is because when you're given a billet that is so thick, you're actually pounding that metal together. And in order for that metal not to crack on you, you have to do some thermal cycles. That way, the metal can adjust to the temperature.
My strengths in bladesmithing is I can hit steel really hard. So shaping comes pretty easy to me.
I just want to make sure that both sides are equal, consistent to each other. Symmetry makes everything in a stiletto. You ever hollow grind before?
Yeah.
No?
Build grinding is one of my things I enjoy. I started my hollow grinds from the ricasso all the way to the tip.
Well, Furman's throwing a lot of sparks over there.
I'm comfortable with the way the blade is looking. So now my next step is to get that thumb rest on the blade.
Now, that's a textured thumb groove. How do you do that, Jay?
Quickest way to do it would be the rotary tool.
Okay.
And just dimple it in there.
Doesn't get any better than that.
I've got it profiled. I've got it to the thickness I want it. I'm about ready to start grinding my bevels now.
On a piece like this, I will spend a lot of time on the grinder. I need to make these hollow grinds perfect and symmetrical.
I hope those are lucky lips, baby.
Before I get into the quench, I'm looking at my blade, make sure that I'm not overheating it. Make sure that it's got a very nice golden color on it.
I can see better now.
All right, so Furman has just quenched. Looks pretty straight to me.
Oh, yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
What Jack's doing is smart, heating up the base of the blade where the ricasso is the thickest point. And using that rosebud torch can actually keep the heat from traveling all the way to the tip and overheating.
The tip on this stiletto is very, very fine. It's almost needle-like, and it's very easy to burn the end of your knife off in the forge.
Jack finally went in the oil.
Finally quenched.
What do we got? What do we got coming out of there? We've got a problem over here, gentlemen.
This warp can send me home today, so I have to get this out.
Oh, be careful.
It looks nice.
Warp's gone.
Tyler's in the oil.
Yeah.
I'm ecstatic with how it comes out of the quench. It's nice and straight. I don't see any warps. So I'm gonna proceed to the thumbprint.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmiths, shut down your machines, drop your tools. This first round of competition is over.
Bladesmiths, welcome to our strength test. The weapon you made was required to have a strong penetrating tip and a skull cracker. We're gonna put both of those to the test in this ammo can, stab, and bash. Not really concerned about what your blades do to the cans. I wanna see what the cans do to your blades. Fireman, you're in first. How you feel?
Blood pressure high.
It's all right, you got medication for that.
Yes, I am on it. If anything goes wrong with my blade, it might be the point because you're stabbing metal. And knowing Jay Nielsen, he's gonna give it his all.
All right, Furman, first off, the skull cracker. There's nothing here to stop my hand from moving, so every time I would strike, it would go all the way down to the can, so I could feel striking the can, the back of my hand. Your blade held up, though. You lost the very tip, and because you had that thin spot here, thicker steel here, and it wasn't fully corrected, it's got a flex in the blade. But otherwise, you survived. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
How you feeling, Jack?
Good.
Good? I know you were looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's do it then.
Seeing what Furman's blade just went through, I hope my blade holds up, but I don't know about that damn pommel.
All right, Jack, first of all, the point in the skull cracker and the rib around it made it nice penetrating. I put 3 good dimples in that can without any trouble at all. No movement on my hand, sliding back and forth. Your blade held up beautifully. Edge is great. You got your whole tip, but your pommel's loosened up and apparently that pin came all the way out. We saw that you had a pin going in, but it didn't go all the way through, so it wasn't enough to lock everything together.
All right, Jack, you've got a critical failure in your weapon system. Your skull cracker's fallen off. Now, it would seem that your fate lies in the hands and the strength and integrity of Tyler's blade. Tyler, you're up next. If you pass this test, you'll be moving on, and Jack, you'll be dismissed from the forge. Let's see what happens.
All right, Tyler, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Well, me too. Let's go do it.
I'm the last blade to test, and my heart's racing 100 miles an hour. Any little failure in my blade could be sending me home and lose a chance to compete for that $50,000.
Congratulations, Tyler. Your tip held up fine. Your edges are still sharp. It's all tight and good. Good job.
Thank you.
Jack, I feel terrible about this, but the fact is that I have 2 complete V42s over there, and I have 1 that's missing a skull cracker. You can no longer be measured evenly and fairly with your competitors, and for that reason, I have to ask you to please leave the forge. Come on forward, Sergeant Major. Thank you so much.
Thanks, brother. The blade was perfect. It performed phenomenally, but you got to have a handle on your knife, so that's the end of it. I may not be the Forge and Fire champion, but I'm proud of the work I did here. I just want to tell my fellow competitors out there to kick ass and bring it home for the Army.